show you guys this. This is the Toyota battery plant. And this thing is massive. This thing is so big that they've even given it its own exit off of US Highway 421. It's crazy, I know. Right here's the junction of 421, and yeah, here you go. I'm gonna go up here and show you guys this. I don't know. Yeah, 421. This is near Liberty. I don't know if I'll get it. Yeah, here we go. And they're still working on this. They're still building this. But just look at this. They even have their own water tower. But this is just freaking massive. It's huge. I think it's 7 million square feet of buildings. And it's just for batteries, for Toyota vehicles. Yeah, look at this. I don't know where I'm going. I'm stuck on the roundabout. I'll probably get run off from here, but I'll get as close as I can. I just think this is amazing. They're supposed to hire up to 5,100 people. And they're making batteries for hybrid vehicles and for electric vehicles. Now this sits on 1,850 acres. It's on the border of Guilford and Randolph County. I live in Randolph County. Now this property was developed a joint venture between Randolph County and Guilford County. And this property was bought years ago with the idea of bringing industry in here, and what the politicians in both counties thought that they could bring in a bunch of industry here. And heck, Toyota said, hold my beer, we're going to buy the whole thing and put in this massive battery plant. I haven't been here in a long time, but yeah, this is just part of it here. I will turn around. 7 million square feet, and you probably can't see it back in the distance there, but they're still building. So, you know, with the administration that's in here now with President Trump, and this is not political. I'm just making a statement here. You know, he's not for electric vehicles. The previous administration was. I'll give you my thoughts on electric vehicles. I think in the right environment, they're fine. You know, for city vehicles, they're fine. But for us to completely eliminate fossil fuel vehicles and go to electric, I just don't see that happening. Especially with our lack of infrastructure. I mean, here where I live, there's no place to charge a vehicle. So this is just, I don't know. I hadn't been here in a long time. It just blows my mind. Now my youngest son's neighbor that lives across the street from him, he works here as an electrician. And he worked for a company called Thomas Bus in High Point, North Carolina, that one of the largest producers of school buses. And he worked there for a long, long time. And by coming down here, he almost doubled his salary. So you can see all the infrastructure they put in here, the roads, water, sewer, all of this. This big interchange they put in right here off of 421. So, yeah, it's a boon to the area. I will agree, but expansion like this also has its problems, and that is, if you're going to supply 5,100 jobs, that means you're going to have a bunch of people and a bunch of families come into this area. Now, this is about 20 miles from where I live in Trinity, North Carolina, Trinity Archdale area. And from what I gather so far, I think they've hired about a quarter of the workforce. As I said a while ago, there's supposed to be 5,100 workers hired when it's all said and done. Now, of course, the economy is going to change that for the good or bad. You take it or leave it, however you want to. Yeah, but down this road right here, you probably can't see. There's construction down here. Nuts that they would spend. I can't remember how many billions of dollars that they're putting into this. But right here in little old Liberty, North Carolina, and yeah, they got their own water tank. I don't know if you can see it there or not, but the counties, both counties, had to spend a ton of money to upgrade the infrastructure here. In turn, with the promise of thousands of jobs. So we'll see how that works out. But what I was saying though is, with all these jobs coming here, people have to have a place to live. And with people coming in wanting to buy houses, of course, that affects the prices of houses. And look, the price of housing has gone up tremendously anyway. But here in this area, two things have happened. One, housing prices within probably a 30 or 40 mile radius of this plant are ridiculously crazy. That's one thing. The second thing is, all of this really beautiful farmland in this area is being sold to developers. And look, if developers come in and offer you a ton of money for your land, more than you make planting crops or raising cattle or raising cows or whatever, how do you blame somebody for that? I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword in my opinion. I like to see progress, but I don't know. Should there be a cap on progress? I don't know. I'm just wondering, in the long run, how good will this be? So anyway, I'm almost home, and I just wanted to show you guys that massive plant. 7 million square feet, a total of all those buildings. 5,100 workers total to be employed there. So anyway, I love your thoughts. Thanks for coming along on this ride. I can't thank you enough for watching, and please leave a comment. And y'all take care. We'll talk to you later.